We're going to hang out. We're going to play some cards. We're going to have a little bit of clarity. And I haven't done this in a hot minute, and especially in an evening, on a Saturday evening. And I've been sitting on it all day. Hello, hello, Goddess Jasmine. It's a pleasure to see you on this evening. I'm really excited to be hanging out with all of y'all. I'm live on my TikTok at Healing Twin Flames. I am live on my Instagram at Healing Twin Flames, and I am actually live on my personal Facebook page, which I haven't been on that in a hot minute. And then, of course, I'm recording for potentially to put up on YouTube, because it never fails that I get to the end and I'm like, yeah, I should have recorded that and put it up on YouTube because it was good. Whenever you are an open channel for messages to come through, you never know what's going to come through, right? So with that, we're going to hang out and we are going to do exactly that. We're going to see what's going to come through for us in all of our openness this evening, this silly Saturday, this sweet Saturday, this surrender Saturday, whatever you want to call it. For those who are catching the replay, you're catching it exactly when you're supposed to catch it. You know, time is an illusion, linear time. It's always now. It's always now. Okay? All right. So if this message finds you now, it needed to find you now. Yes, Goddess, many channels for the channeled message. Bingo. Well said. Well said. Exactly right. Exactly right. So with that, my name is Rachelle. And if you are new around here, I am so grateful that you are hanging out around here. We look for, find, and yes, we reclaim our power here at Empowerment Experiences, where we are healing twin flames. We're healing our inner child. We're healing our traumas, our wounds. We're shifting those sabotaging patterns that just seem to not want to leave us alone, right? Right? But that's the point. It's up to us to see them, to peel up your eyeballs and allow yourself to see what you need to see and maybe don't want to see. And that's oftentimes how we get into patterns that get more and more and more constricting and suffocating and burdensome. It's because, Goddess, you gotta put the shit down. It's time to turn around and face that Goliath within you. And you'll find I'm seeing this whole, the lion and the kitten thing. And I know y'all have probably seen those memes going around where it's the lion or it's the kitten seeing its reflection and it's a lion kind of thing. And that's what our shadows are. They're really, really not as scary as what our minds have led us to believe, right? But damn, do they keep us stuck in a cycle until finally, again, it'll shoot you out and you have to look at what you have been running from, you've been avoiding, you've been pushing down, you've been hiding from within yourself. And I'm feeling to say that you've only hidden it because you were told you needed to. You were shown that you can't share that with the world. You can't talk about that. You can't say that. You're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to question things. You need to zip it. No, 'tis not true. I am so grateful, Goddess, that it resonates so very much. We are going to pull some cards for those of you out there who would like to have a card, we shall be doing those here shortly. So let me know. Yes, loose lips sink ships, they said, right? They only sink ships that they are hauling. Well, I gotta watch what I say, but they're hauling cargo that ought not to be cargoed, shall we say. And in this world of this ascension journey that we're all on, if we're going to truly ascend and drop all of these barriers between us and drop all of the facade, well, that means you gotta have some loose lips, right? You've got to be willing to speak or forever hold your peace, or pain, right? What kind of nonsense is that, right? Forever hold your peace. Well, if you were at peace, you wouldn't probably want to be speaking out, right? You have that pain inside of you that is just, it just wants to be heard. It just wants to have a voice. And that's your voice, Goddess. It's your voice. So we're going to tap in and we're going to hear what your voice has to say. So what I'm going to do first, I want to share because these are one of my favorite decks, and you'll find that I use them fairly frequent. It is the Sacred Forest Oracle. Obviously, I'm a tree. Big time. I grew up in the sticks of Kansas, for those who don't know, out in the country. My favorite place was literally a dead end, on a dead end road. That's where my family still lives, out in the middle of nowhere. We call it the boondocks, out in Kansas, in the boonies. And it was a dead end road, and I spent the majority of my teenage years just down at this dead end road, sitting out at the creek, in the trees, just being one with nature and tapping into what I didn't realize then was my higher truth, my higher self, that which got me through that time. And we know we love our trees, right? Have you hugged a tree today? And I mean that in the way of grounding yourself, of recognizing and honoring your connection with that which is the natural, the nature around you, because you are of nature. You are a natural being of this world. Yeah. So apparently that's a big piece right there, that lots and lots and lots of grounding. Be crazy about it. Be crazy about it. Go out and literally hug a tree. And feel, I can feel it now. I've hugged a few, right? Where you feel as though you become one with it, and you can feel your own energy, your own roots start to go down into the ground as you feel more and more grounded, thanks to the beautiful gift of nature. So that is why we are using the Sacred Forest Oracle to play with tonight. We may do some Power of Surrender cards, because I like those too. Those are wonderful companion cards, I call them, or the supporting players, right? So if we get our message here and we decide, well, all right, we got that, but where do we want to really hone in? Where can I let go of what I'm clinging to so tightly? Because that clinging is the very thing, and you see, look at my grip. That clinging is the very thing that is squeezing off. Look, nothing's getting through there, Goddess, right? It's that very clinging that's keeping what you are calling in, what you desire. It's keeping you away from you. It's not able to come in because you're clinging so hard to it. And I'm saying this because I know I need to hear this too. Right? What you want so bad, and I'm using air quotes because that's our ego, right? What you want so bad, you want it so bad, you're just amplifying the not having of it. And I know that's easier said than done, to release that death grip, because that's what it is. It's a death grip. You're killing it, you're killing it with your grip. You're squeezing off that flow. You're killing that flow. So once you release that and you just start to, so before we jump on the cards, how can you begin to release that? How can you begin to, first of all, you have to become aware that you even are tensed up, that you even have this grip going on, because you cannot change that which you are unaware. But the awesome part is once you become aware of it, well, hot damn, you've already reclaimed 50% or more of your power, because it's no longer hiding in the background from you, right? It's no longer out of sight where you have absolutely no power over it. Now, oh, you see it. You see it. And as someone who wears glasses at times, I do this a lot. I'm like, I just don't have them on right now, obviously. But you see it then. And that's when you're already taking back a chunk of your power. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge the power of awareness that you have, to acknowledge, to see and acknowledge for yourself that you're the one pinching yourself off. You. It's all you, boo. And I'm saying that because I know I need to hear it too, right? It's all you. So awareness of it. Then your breath. Are you even breathing? Are you? Because I definitely know that as someone who has a history of a lot of trauma, I know we have First Amendment right infringement. So I'm not sure I'm allowed to say my story, but I'm a former pimped out, drug addicted prostitute, you know? And I have definitely been through a lot of traumatic experiences in my body, in my experience, whether it was an abusive relationship before I got into that business, because all of the things that happened basically in that business had already happened to me previously in like college, you know, gang and you know, obviously, you know, assaulted in the relationships, stalked, all of these things. So I know what it is to hold that trauma and that tension in your body and to catch myself, right? So if you can catch yourself feeling that tension inside of your body, again, becoming aware of it, becoming aware that you're even having this pattern happening, breathe. So becoming aware that you're clenching, becoming aware that you're pinching, you're not breathing deep, you're not allowing for this release, this expansion and release. So that's what you want to do, is you want to start breathing a bit more slowly, intentionally. You want to focus on the breath specifically. I want you, let's all do this together. Let's do a thing together. So I want everybody get a little comfy for a moment. All right. And we're just going to tap in here before we get into these babies here. I know we're getting there. But first things first, because if I'm going to give you these messages, then you've got to be in the most receptive mode you can be in so that you can fully take in, receive, and integrate what messages are going to come through for you. So first and foremost, let's tap into our bodies. Let's become aware that, ooh, where am I holding tension? Where am I pinching myself off? And then I want you to close your eyes for a moment. And then I want you to focus on your breath. And I want you to breathe very slowly in through your nose. And you're going to feel that air come in. You're not thinking about anything else. But I want you to feel that breath in through your nostrils. And then we're going to breathe it out slow and intentional out of our mouths. And I want you to focus solely on the breath. Ready? Inhale and exhale. Even I can tell I had some tightness. When you breathe in, you want to inhale all the way down to your belly, as far down as you can expand. And if you're not, this is how you'll notice, if you're not, you're definitely then needing this. You're closing yourself off, okay? So let's do it again. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. And let's do it again. And breathe out. Let's do it one more time. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I definitely notice a difference now from when I began. And with each breath, if you're doing it properly and you're really tuning in and tapping in, you're going to feel the tension slowly, maybe rapidly, depending on how readily available you are to release it, right? But you will feel better, all right? Okay, so now that we've cleared a little bit of that tension within us, take that with you, Goddess. Take that with you. Awareness and breath. Two very, very profoundly powerful yet simple tools in your toolkit. All right, so let us start with Goddess Jasmine. She's already over here on TikTok. She's just blowing me up. I appreciate you so much, Goddess. You're the bestest. I love it. I love it. All these hearts. Like you got me up to 1,500. Like you're probably my largest. This is so fun. This is so fun. All right. So with that, Goddess Jasmine, I'm curious, do you have a specific question or you just want to know what the universe wants you to know, huh? What is your message? And anybody else, I see there's a couple of y'all over there on Facebook. So if you would like a card, hello, Goddess Jen. Welcome to my first official Facebook Live in probably, well, I guess we have some cards there. Awesome. Well, and you just got 2 cards here. It's been at least 4 years, 3 since I've gone live on Facebook. So, oh my God. Thank you, Goddess. I love when I get that compliment because I love Carol Burnett. I really do. And I have had that. Obviously, I get told that a lot. Back in the day growing up when I had my short red hair, I was always also referenced to look like Molly Ringwald. So definitely love me some Carol Burnett. Oh, the original Annie. Oh geez, now I'm gonna have to go watch Annie over the weekend, I think. All right, so with that, Goddess Jasmine, we have for you a duo, darling, a duo, okay? First and foremost, ooh, you will find your power in your truth. So what is your truth, Goddess? Your truth. Not what someone else told you to be. Not what someone else expects you to be. But what is your truth? Because that's where your power is. That's where your power is. Okay, so take some time for yourself. And first and foremost, there's a reason why, of course, there's always a reason why. We did that breath work practice, super simple. I encourage you, do that very thing. You maybe state an intention that I am expanding and embracing my awareness of that which I need to see for me in order to know my truth. And then do some of that breath work to clear anything that may be blocking you. And then journal out, what is my truth? And one of the things that I love to do that I've done in my coaching for years is you just write that question at the top of your journal page, okay? Okay, Goddess, write, what is my truth? You can even put, what is my truth right now? Okay, because our truths kind of tend to change throughout our lives, right? Depending on where we are, who we are, what we've gone through, what our journey has been. So at the top of that page, what is my truth right now? And then just let it flow. Don't judge it. Don't control what comes. Let it flow. Okay? And then your power will be waiting for you. That next level of personal power is waiting for you in your truth, Goddess. So there you are, Goddess Jasmine. Thank you so very much for that opportunity. I got my goddesses over here on Facebook. And oh, look, Goddess Sybil is over here on Instagram. Oh, I'm having so much fun. This is so much fun. I'm so glad I was like, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Took me a minute to get everything set up. And I'm just like, my sabotage. But that's just it. That's why I'm like, I know what we all need to be talking about, because there is that collective energy, right? What is your sabotage? Which means that's why we need to know what's your truth, right? So that when your sabotage appears, you can say, that's not my truth. No. Okay. All right. So we have over here on Facebook, Jen says, I know it's been forever since I have seen you. I know, Goddess. I spent a hot minute today on Facebook trying to figure some things out. And now with all the updates on Instagram, I'm kind of like, cringe. That's why I'm going live on Healing Twin Flames and not Empowerment Experiences. I'm all over the place and I love it. Just like Jasmine said, many channels for the channeled message we have coming today, or channeled messages, right? All right, so with that, we have, of course, Goddess Leanne. Hello, Goddess Carol. Goddess Leanne, she's, of course I do. Of course I want a card. I know you do. Now, if y'all stick around, we can potentially do a Power of Surrender for everybody. So hang out. Let everybody get their opportunity to get their, what I call the major player card, right? The Oracle card, and then we'll get our supporting players involved. Okay? Okay. All right, Goddess Leanne. I do recall someone was saying there was a card waiting for her. Oh, and Facebook. Why is Facebook the only one like slow connection? So let me know if y'all have any issues on Facebook, but I think obviously this is still gonna keep my video. It is going to be uploaded onto my YouTube by tomorrow for sure. So stay tuned for that. I love it, Jasmine. You are my #1 team member. You're so awesome. This is so fun. Well, there we went. Goddess Leanne. Holy wow. Well, you got a triple header. The cards have a lot to say today. Tag team back in again. I can't even get it out of my mouth. Tripping over my words, y'all. Goddess Leanne. Drum roll. Oh my. First and foremost, playfulness. Playfulness. Goddess Leanne, are you taking any time to play? Or is it all serious? Is it all work and no play? Whatever that looks like for you, right? You have to incorporate play, because that's our inner child. That's that part of us that has already been so grossly neglected, and she just wants a moment to have a little bit of fun. Just a little bit. Even, it's amazing what 15 minutes of a little bit of fun. Listen, I'm hearing, because I am that person in my house. I'm the auntie. I'm not a mommy. I'm an auntie. So at Shell's house, we jump on the furniture. I let my inner child have fun with other children. We're like, we're gonna jump. I remember making a microphone with some duct tape and a for the gray color and what am I calling it? A paper towel roll, an empty paper towel roll, and we wrapped it with some decorative scrapbook paper and made an actual microphone, and the couch was our stage. Have fun. Let your imagination run. Okay? Okay. So that's number one, Goddess Leanne. Oh, because through that playfulness, you will develop greater flexibility in life. You will be more able to, like a willow tree, strong enough to bend. Right? I'm hearing that. Pam, it's a Pam Tillis, right? Is it Pam Tillis? Strong enough to bend. That classic country song is popping in my head right now. So, Goddess Leanne, listen to that song. Strong enough to bend. Okay, it's an older, I'm 90% certain it's Pam Tillis. I'm an old country kid. Again, country. Sticks of Kansas, yo. I grew up with classic country. My grandpa used to play the banjo. Rest in peace, Grandpa. With that, that's where success is, Goddess. You just let yourself play more, and I promise you will experience more success in the direction of where you want to be going, whatever success looks like for you. So, Goddess Leanne, this is your assignment. And obviously, when I am led to give out coaching assignments here, everybody can do everybody's, okay? So don't, if this resonates with you as well, then do this one for you too. All right, so Goddess Leanne, what does success look like for you in your journey, in your life? What does success, what is it comprised of? What does it look like? And even more so, what does it feel like? Yes, Goddess Jasmine. She says success and joy. Playtime is definitely essential. And Goddess Leanne says, no time to play here. See? And if I'm not mistaken, don't you have actual children in your realm that you can have playtime with? Oh, that's my favorite time. That's why I love being an auntie. My little buddy and my little love bug, whoa, it's the bestest that I am the connector for them. I got two best friends, and I am the intersection for each of their kids. One has the son, the other has the daughter, 7-year-old and 5-year-old, and I am that intersection between them. And it just makes my heart just beam to see these kids growing up together. And then I get to have kid time. So when I'm making adventure plans or kid days, I'm planning things that I know my inner child is going to want to do too. Like, I don't know, go down to the ostrich farm and see what's going on there. Or we obviously go to the park and I'll play on the playground too. My little buddy Kobe and I wear my rollerblades and he goes rolling on his little scooter. And we'll go adventure, we call it, in the neighborhood. We just go riding in an adventure, just having fun. So how can you, yes, Tanya Tucker, that's it, yes, I knew it was in that same genre or same time frame as Pam Tillis, but yes, Tanya Tucker, strong enough to bend. And so, Goddess Leanne, with the littles, you say you have 2 littles. Your assignment is, aside from, yes, what does success look like for you? How can you incorporate more play with those kids? How can you allow your own inner child to be present? The gift that you can give to her. Because you have those precious littles in your life. That is one of the greatest gifts I know that I acknowledge with the 2 kids in my world that I've helped raise. They're 7 and 5, and they're going to be 8 and 6 in just a few months this year. But how can you really, truly be in their world? Okay, so you got a 2-part, Goddess Leanne. Success What does that look like? What does that feel like for you? Now, when I say for you, obviously we have this whole societal thing wherein success means a job and a house and a car and all of whatever, blah, blah. This is why it's so important that we define for ourselves what things like that look like. Because I have a limit of only like 32 minutes on my device I'm recording. So with that, success. And then number 2, how can you play more with those babies in your world, right? Which is tantamount being flexible, just like you said right here. No time to play here. Why you think this card came out? Be more flexible, Goddess Leanne, because the only one that ever denies any of each our own selves what we desire to be feeling, to be experiencing, to be having in this life, it's all on us, sisters. It's all on us. And I'm saying this for me too, right? All right. So there you go, Goddess Leanne. There you are. You are very welcome. And then we had, oh yes, Goddess Jen would like a card. Let's get her a card. Jasmine, you rock. She got me up to 3,000 likes on here. Goddess Sybil, I wonder, because I don't know if you're leaving messages, and it's not usually like you to be extra quiet. So it's not showing me any messages if you are commenting on the live on Instagram. So I'm not sure, right? All right, so Goddess Jen, you are up next. There you are. Just making sure, Goddess Sybil. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I'm like, because I don't know, things have been wonky. Instagram did yet another update, and it's just so it's kind of obnoxious, y'all. Just right. All right, so Goddess Jen, let's see what you are supposed to know right now. Ooh, they needed to shuffle here. That's it. Whoa, did ya see that one? Well, apparently you a one-hitter quitter. No. It's Friday. No, it's not. It's Saturday, just for clarity's sake. Ooh, and it is, so now I know, and we know why it is a standalone for you, Goddess Jen. Enlightenment. A very powerful card by itself, because this is about you. Number 1, lightening up on yourself so that you can be a brighter light in the world. So you can illuminate yourself so much brighter in the world. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't dim your own light. Okay? The world wants to see you shine. It's ready to see you shine. Okay? So let yourself shine. Shine bright like a diamond. All right. Wow. There you are, Goddess Jen. And like I said, stick around if you all want. You're welcome, Goddess Jen. If you all want a Power of Surrender card, once we make it around the room here, we will hop to those too, because those are extra fun. Well, Goddess Carol, look at what just jumped out for you, my dear. You got double trouble in the house with yourself. Oh my. Oh my. You also have the Enlightenment card, but you got strength to further fuel that enlightenment where you are on your journey of shining bright like the diamond that you are too, goddess, right? Recognize, tap into that strength within you. No matter how dark sometimes the world may seem, you are strong enough to shine. And I feel like this is also for all of us here. And so for both of you who got the enlightenment card, now this is coming. Here is the assignment for those of y'all. Jen, as well as Carol, for the enlightenment facet of this, you want to ask yourselves, number one, in what ways am I dimming my own light? In what ways am I not speaking up? Am I not showing up? Am I not fully stepping into my power, my truth, me? All right, so ask yourself that. And then number two, which is a follow-up to that, in what ways can I shine my light brighter in this world? In what ways am I being called to shine brighter? All right, and remember, you are strong enough to do exactly that. Ooh, that's so weird why Facebook is just like slow connection, slow connection. So weird. All right, so with that, for anybody who's jumping on new, we're doing Sacred Forest Oracle cards first for everybody, and then Goddess Sybil, if you would like a card, let me know. And then we are going to jump on Power of Surrender. So stick around for those of you who want a Power of Surrender card. Now that you've got an idea of where you need to focus, but maybe you need to know a little bit more clearly of what you need to let go of, right? Okay, Goddess Sybil, then you are up. She says, yes, please. Must have a card. I'm like, with all these lights, I am getting warm. I'm like, woof, woof. But I kind of like my sweatshirt. Oh, do you see that, Goddess Sybil? Miss Goddess Sybil over here is manifesting dreams. Manifesting dreams. Big dreams. Right? Intentionally manifesting dreams. What dreams are you manifesting, Goddess? Are you clear on that? Have you been feeding into it? Have you been scripting? Have you been clarifying it? Have you been marinating in it? Are you ready? Yeah. She says, yes, ma'am. That's it. I knew you would be. I know you're on it, Sybil. You got this, Goddess. You are on it. So, okay, I'm hearing to ask yourself, what more am I needing to do for myself to further align myself with the dreams and visions I am manifesting, right? So in what ways can I be better aligned? Here's another way to ask that, right? In what ways can I be better aligned and more in receptive mode of what I'm calling in and what I'm desiring to create for myself? Okay? So, ooh, I like that. Feeling them, yes, she says. Feeling them, yes. And that's it. That's it. Listen, y'all, I've had to learn where, like I have a what I call a fantasy fodder, shall we say. And it's like a gateway drug to my other visions. So I'm giving you this as an example. So if sometimes all right. So say you have a vision that you've been working on manifesting for a hot minute, right? And because you have so much garbage backed up, right? It's you got a backlog of bullshit blocking your blessings, right? Because you have so many beliefs and so much momentum built up to the contrary of letting in what you're calling in. So you find it challenging to marinate in and bask in the visualization and the truly high vibe, aligned frequency of what it is you desire, right? Because you want this so much. Like that's why we started this video at the beginning with that message of you got a death grip on it. You want it so bad. And so what's happening is you're blocking it off, right? You're the one that's keeping it away from you. And so to force yourself to try, because we know there is no try, there's do or do not, right? To try to visualize, and you're forcing it. Well, find something for yourself, or allow for something in your life, or someone, if it works. I don't care if it's some movie star, if it's someone you know, anything in your realm that when you think about it immediately, it makes you smile. It lifts you up. You feel better, right? And it's something that's still not quite a reality. It's a fantasy, but yet it's something that you can think about. I mean, I have no shame. Those who've been in my journey for a while, I lay it out for y'all. So there is a young man that I've been manifesting for a couple years. And no, not my twin flame. For those who may be like, oh, no, that's done. Twin flame catalyst, moved on. Definitely in much better space of self-love here. But utilizing this individual, this vision of this individual, because I don't have any negativity around it or him. Like literally when I think about him, it's a big smile, like a cheesy smile on my face. And that I literally have begun to use that visualization, and I have watched my own intuition just take me through literally a doorway. Once I allow myself to tap into that energy that I can tap into, utilizing that vision, that individual, that connection, and that becomes that gateway. So if it's maybe, another example is my Millennium Thunderbird. So that's another thing that I may not physically have it, but oh man, oh, when I think about it, I mean, you can feel this right here. It's just like, and all the times that the universe has been like, psst, look over there. You see it? You see it? I mean, and they only made so many of these cars, these Millennium Thunderbirds. My first car was a 1987 T-Bird Turbo Coupe, so I got my first 2 or 3 tickets and a couple warnings, and that bad boy, life was good. But so that's my car totem though, that's my dream car, is I want what I call a Millennium Thunderbird. It was the 50th anniversary. It's 5 years they put out the models, and they all look the same. They're just different colors each year. So obviously I know what color it is, but it don't matter what color. When I see it, I am like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh my God. In fact, I am going to be posting an incredible story of actually seeing one of these on my way home from high vibing it with a goddess girlfriend of mine. And it just, wow, where it was, how it appeared. So point is, goddess, what in your life, what in maybe again, not specifically in your life physically already, but what vision, what desire do you have in you that you don't have all of that garbage built up behind it? That's what I'm saying. What desire do you have that when you think of it, you can get excited about it being here, right? That it's not the other things that you want. Like, I know this having my coaching business and stuff. Oh, I want my group so much, and I want this so much. And the more I want it, the more I am working so hard to figure out how. Ding, 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 ding. Or should be the actual word. It's not ding, 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 ding. It's the buzzer. You don't get to choose how. That's this. Let it go. But you get out of the way. That's your job. You know what you want, why you want it. We've talked about this before, why you want it. And when it's something that you don't have a heap of garbage piled around it, meaning a bunch of shitty beliefs that are blocking you from it, tap into that instead, right? So another way for me to say this is, so you're creating this vision and all the gurus tell you, but you got to visualize on it. You got to focus on it. You got to you got to keep, don't force it. Don't force it. Okay? Because again, that's you in lack energy, kind of like the whole healing twin flames journey. It's amazing the lessons and wisdom that comes from being on that puppy, because you have to surrender and let go. You have to let that chick go, right? And so with that, speaking of surrender, oh yes, you have been seeing and feeling that. You are so right, Goddess Sybil. I have so been seeing and feeling that card. Woo! Woo! And woo! So stay tuned. Like I said, I'll be posting that in the next day or two, because I got the video and I'll tell the story about like, you see how this is, okay? You see, what in your world can you be this excited about, even though you technically can't truly touch it yet in your possession? Use that. Fantasy fodder, that which is going to feed all the rest of your fantasies for you. So follow through that door. Make that your gateway drug. All right. So for all the goddesses jumping on, we are doing some cards this evening. If you would like, I can still pull you a Sacred Forest Oracle. We are about to jump into the power of surrender, which I will show you again. This is Dr. Judith Orloff, our amazing empath guru that wrote the Empath Survival Guide. It's been in my realm for a hot minute. Right? So with that, Goddess Jasmine, you still there, Goddess? We'll start back circling around and we'll do power of surrender now that we have some foundational guidance and messages with regards to where we need to be focusing to reclaim our power, right? Because anywhere you feel powerless is simply because you have a belief, you have a perspective that is causing you to not believe, to not allow, to not feel empowered, to not feel your power, or to see that your power is already in you. Okay? All right. So let's start again. Goddess Jasmine, let's get you power of surrender. Power of surrender. And then we got Goddess Carol, once one, two. So here we go. Power of surrender. Where is Goddess Jasmine's power of surrender? What does she need to focus on, either letting go of or surrendering to let in more of? Boy. Well, there we go. Ooh. Oh. Goddess Jasmine. Surrender your attachment to results. So are we kind of attached to how, right? To that specific outcome. And that's, again, not a coincidence, as we know, why I've already explained about letting go of how and allowing yourself to use what I call fantasy fodder to be your gateway drug so that you can, let me explain it this way. So your fantasy fodder, that which is the thing that you don't have all of this garbage wrapped around it, it's the thing that is, it's the shortcut. It's the shortcut. It's the door that when that door opens, it is the doorway that's going to take you around all of the garbage that's standing in your way of the vision that you desire, that, damn it, you got all of that. See? And that's why, Goddess Jasmine, why, again, we're on this whole, you gotta release that death grip. The how, the when, and again, I say this, those who've been in my realm and my circle for years, do I not say this? I say this for my ears to hear too. The more you cling to it, the more you attempt to control the outcome of anything, is the more you keep that thing away from you. So the best way, the easiest way, and again, those who've been in my circle know that I don't tell you something's easy when it's not fucking easy, okay? I will tell you it is simple. I will tell you it is simple. Practice the pivot instead. Practice the pivot, just like with the fantasy fodder idea I've given you all. Practice the pivot and focus. Abraham Hicks. Hocus pocus focus. Write that down on sticky notes, everybody, and put it everywhere. I got it on my computer, right? Hocus pocus focus in the direction of that which you desire to be experiencing, that you desire to be, feeling for yourself. I know that you want to keep focused on what you want. But if it is the thing that you want like this, stop it. You gotta go. Open your hands and put them down. Put them down. And then breathe like we've already done today. Breathe, okay? So practice the pivot towards better feeling thoughts. It doesn't matter what those better feeling thoughts are. And it's even fact, it is better that it's nothing to do with that which you want so bad. Okay? That's why we had playfulness going on today too, right? So there you go, Goddess Jasmine. Surrender your attachment to the results, all right? And like I've said, just instead, in fact, make a list of things that feel better to think about. Make a list of that. What are things that you can think about that feel better? And this way, when you are kind of stuck in the mud, right? Like we tend to be, we get stuck in the mud and it can be challenging to pull yourself out of that. Then you can just happen to have one here, a classic empowerment experiences journal here. You can just grab your little journal here and go straight to that page and go, oh yeah, I can think about that. And then before you know it, you're not even thinking about that other thing anymore. And then finally, things are going to shift. Things are going to be flowing in because you will have gotten the fuck out your own way. Okay. All right. There you are. Yes, absolutely. Writing my list now. I love it. Goddess. Now, before I continue really quick, I want to make a really quick announcement because I'm really excited. I'm so grateful that things just kind of line up and unfold the way they do. But I put on what are called goddess parties, online goddess parties, where you get to come into a Zoom room, we hang out, we dance, we laugh, we tell jokes, we go around the room, we share in each other's music tastes. Whatever it is, we are there to connect, to have fun, to raise our vibrations, to practice the pivots off of anything and everything that's bringing you down, weighing you down, and keeping you seemingly stuck. That is what the goddess parties are for. You can, and what I'm doing for this month, because it's self-love month, for those of us who prefer ourselves for Valentine's Day, I am doing a couples kind of dance party, goddess parties, meaning there are two. You get a ticket, you buy a ticket, you get to go to two goddess parties this month. And they are on 2/20 and 2/22, because that's how we do. If you want to go ahead and claim your spot, it's iamempowered.as.me/goddessparties. I will be putting that link around as well. When we're all done with the lives, you can DM me and say, hey, what was that link I want in? I want to go to the goddess party, right? And it's only $7.17 for a goddess party. And I like to do giveaways because that's just me. We like to do giveaways and have fun like that. All right, so with that, we've got, yeah, right, goddess? The more you push it away, exactly. Yes, stuck in the mud with the mind. Bingo. Yes, please, link exciting. Yay! I'm so excited too. The first one we had coming back was last month on the 14th, a very special, very, very special day. It was awesome. It was just so great to get back in the groove. I had 3 returning goddesses who've been in my circle for several years. And it was just a great way to kick off the year and get the ball rolling for us all. So super excited that you want to join us, Goddess Jasmine. You will definitely want to be coming to all of them because that's just what we do. We have so much fun. All right. Okay. So next we've got Goddess Carol would like a Power of Surrender card. And anybody else be speaking up now? And let's see what Goddess Carol, where her power of surrender is at this point. On top of what else she's got to be working on for herself. Oh, looky here. Do you need a whole stack? Well, apparently we're going to go there. So what I'm feeling is this is not just for Goddess Carol, but this is going to read the room. Okay. And Goddess Sybil, yes, I will still pull yours as well. All right, so we've got Goddess Carol. Oh, right off the bat, are you not getting a lot of sleep? Are you thinking that you need to stay up a little later, get up a little earlier, you got to fit more in your day? Or you're just having a lot on your mind and you're not quite fully allowing yourself to unwind so that you have a truly restful sleep? Meditation, breath work, definitely 2 very powerful tools to assist with this, right? Other things, of course, I listen to meditation music, it just sounds. I also love subliminals, you know, things that you can allow for yourself. If you have an overworking mind, which I can tell by the next card that why it would be overworking. If you have an overworking mind, and again, you need to practice the pivot, play something that you can tune into, especially while you're going to sleep, okay? So Goddess Carol, surrender your people-pleasing habits, right? If you are making any kind of self-sacrifice to put others first and it leaves you drained and depleted while they're still not filled up, it's learning to acknowledge that we, each and every one of us, we must take that self-responsibility and acknowledge that I need to fill my cup first. Oxygen mask goes on your face first. So the whole intention here is that when you fill your cup so full and then it overflows into those around you, imagine what a world we shall be in when we all take that self-responsibility. We learn healthy boundaries, not just with others, but with ourselves. We learn to fill our cup as we need so that we're not needing others to fill it for us. And that's not saying that you're not allowed to have an empty cup at times. I get it. But that's when those who have an overflowing cup can come and pour. We don't even pour from yours. It overflows. Okay? All right, so watch that, the people pleasing. And both of these we need. Magic and miracles. Surrendering to magic and miracles. Because when you start to acknowledge truly your worth, and you realize that by putting other people first who are not really truly taking their own self-responsibility, that's a detriment to yourself, and that blocks, just as with the manifestation and such, that blocks what you want to flow in. It blocks things from coming in because you're so focused on pouring into others that you're not recognizing that you've got to be pouring more into yourself. And that is how you actually align yourself with the miracles to flow in, because you are acknowledging the magic in you and the magic that you are. Okay? And Goddess Carol, frustration, especially I'm feeling right back to this people pleasing thing, right? Especially if you're frustrated with people, really take a look at, is it their responsibility? Is it their place to be handling things that you're taking on for them? And that's why you're going to feel frustrated, is because you're taking things on that you don't need to be taking on. And it's not quite working out how you wanted to work out, right? So you've got to release that. You have to surrender all such things that are tied to that. So what I'm feeling with this, because it's connected to all of these things, right? Because that frustration falls right into this energy, the pinching off of that energy. What is frustrating you? We all can do this. What is frustrating you? Because that energy is pinching you off from greater expansion and what you desire. It's pinching you off from the magic that you are, and it's pinching you off then from the miracles that you are calling in, that are waiting to flow in for you. So there you go. That's how we roll around here. You get 5 cards that jump out. You get 5 cards that jump out. That's just how we do. That's just how we do. We are up to an hour, I know for sure, because that's my, this is so much fun. Who's having fun? I'm having fun. All right, Goddess Sybil. Let's get you some, honey bunny. Let's get you some, shall we? Hold on, let me, my chopstick right quick, because, you know, I be yapping. And cheers. Agua. Perfecto. All right, Goddess Sybil, your power of surrender perhaps around, you know, manifesting those dreams of yours, what you really need to have to get out your way at this level to let them in. Let's see. Oh. Surrender your desire to control other people, which is still a lot of that same energy we're having, right? Of the people pleasing, the frustration, because that energy, that's pinching off energy. So if you are wanting someone else to behave a certain way, that's not where your power is, right? Your power is in how you choose to respond. Uh-oh. Oh. Huh. That was interesting. I've not had that before on TikTok. Apparently, once you're on so long, and there's a message that just came from that, but I have to do a little not a robot thingy or something, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it says some comments were filtered. Oh, of course, Goddess Jasmine. Yes, like I said, everybody's kind of... Oh, really? So Goddess Jasmine says they have been doing that to American accounts since the shutdown, and I have not gone live since the shutdown. Isn't it great to live in communism or fascism or totalitarianism or authoritarianism? It's all the same. I'm not red or I'm not on either side. I know the entire thing is corrupt, but that's another conversation for another day. Hocus pocus focus, right, goddesses? Hocus pocus focus. So that was fascinating to see. Thank you for that, Goddess Jasmine, because I was not aware. Let me plug up this device so that I can stay, stay charged. So, continuing where I was until TikTok. Yes, but we are having our own time of fun over here. We are. It's a wild, wild time, is it? This is why we came here, y'all. This is why we came here. For this time, right now, in human history, not just American history, but human history. Like, there's a whole lot of stuffs that I've been researching and learning and doing, and that's honestly why I've not been on here as much, because I want to know so that I can bring all of this to all of y'all once you all join my group that's about to be launching, but those details are coming. I'm really excited about that. But there's going to be a massive component of sovereignty and freedom incorporated in this, to get out from underneath things in this world. And there's so much to unlearn and learn with regards to that. So I've been a little bit addicted to learning and figuring that out first. But no. That's why I'm so grateful to be here with all of y'all right now. I love it. You guys are so amazing. I appreciate all of you so far. And Goddess Sybil says, yes, I've been working on this a lot, how I respond exactly. And we know, so with regards to, how our ego, what thinks, right? It's our ego, and it's okay. We all got it. That we want someone else to change, and if they change, then I'll be better. No, it doesn't work that way. You change how you respond, and they are either going to shift and change in their own way, in kind, into alignment with how you change, or they will fall away completely. That which no longer resonates has to fall away, and better then will come in. Right? So you do have all the power, Goddess, to, in essence, control someone else in this, just from the perspective of knowing that if this situation is one, or this circumstance or this relationship is something that's not healthy, it's toxic, it's something that's draining you, whatever it may be, and you want it to change, I promise, you change. They'll have to change. How they choose to change for themselves, that's not your power. Your power is always going to be in how you respond to them, to that circumstance, to their behavior, to whatever that circumstance may be. All right. Nice. God bless. Thank you. Nice. I appreciate that very much. So with that, wow, fabulous, says Goddess Carol. You are very welcome. Oh my goodness, I've been having so much fun. Like, I don't even want to go. Like, I want to just stay and hang out with y'all. This has been fun. And so we are definitely going to be doing this some more. And I am going to be definitely doing all of these platforms. I feel like this is a very good balance here. Because sometimes, since I have multiple accounts on Instagram as well as on TikTok. Well, and then I have my business pages on Facebook, but I'm on my personal page instead. I just did a whole intuit tonight. Like, where am I going to be at? Definitely Healing Twin Flames TikTok. And then definitely Healing Twin Flames Instagram. And then ta-da! Personal page on Facebook. Surprise, y'all! Surprise! Oh yes, and so it just occurred to me as I took that sip. It's on I'm on all of my devices. So when this message popped up, now around here we do signs, synchronicities, just like my Millennium Thunderbird is one of my signs, and I also talk about this in any of my groups, any coaching that I do. We talk about all the ways that the universe guides and supports us and cheerleads us, right? So one of the big ways we do this is with angel numbers. And I'm big, huge, massive, gargantuanly into angel numbers. Who's with me up in here? All about the angel numbers. What? And so when that TikToker thing did that thingy-majiggy, and I had to do a little puzzle thingy, it showed in a back screen that it said something like, live will end in 4 minutes and 54 seconds. 454 is a very special number in my world. And I'm sure we're hanging out. I'll share the story. I was a foster, a kitty foster. Several years ago, many years ago now, actually, I think it's been at least 5 years since they passed. I ended up fostering a litter of kittens that they were diagnosed the moment they went in for their spay and neuter at just a couple months old. They were diagnosed with feline leukemia, the virus. They weren't sick yet. They didn't have any symptoms. However, the entire litter, all 4 of them, were diagnosed with it. And I had been fostering them since they were 5 weeks going on, 3 months old. They had this, it was like energetically, they knew they were here for only so much time. And they were not babies for very long. Especially Cleopatra Devi. But Nea Monet. And okay, all their names were Cleopatra Devi, Nea Monet, Theodore Maxwell, and my little RJ, Rascal Jasper. She was my little munchkin love because she was so little. She was the runt. And they were 4 spirit guides of mine that incarnated into this litter of kittens. And I know that with absolute certainty. And they still guide me to this day. They each have their own embodied energies and their own message when they appear in my world, particularly through angel numbers. And all 4 of them left this world divinely, meaning it was all unassisted except for this mommy here at their 9 and 10 months of age. That's all the longer they made it in this world, 9 and 10 months. I was so present with them. They all passed within 3 weeks of each other. Cleopatra was the only one who got sick. The other 3, and I have chills because I knew this about them. I knew if one of them went, all of them would go. Because they were so interconnected. These babies, my baby loves. And so one by one, after Cleopatra, and then Theodore, and his broken little heart. And then Nea Monet, my Nene, that's what I called her, my Nene. And then Munchkin Love. Now, 454. So I will tell you all this. When you have loved ones, be they human or other, pay attention to their date of transition and their time of transition. And I promise you, they will talk to you. They will guide you. They will love you. They will shower you in all the ways they can with just even those numbers. Nea Monet's time of transition is 4:54. It was 4:54 a.m. I held that baby girl when she chose to leave. My little baby kitty girl. My little Buddha. My little monk girl. I have pictures of her with her paws together like this. I kid you not. So with that, we are going to see what angel number 454 has for us this evening. And then we may wrap it all up, as much fun as, oh my goodness, I'm having. We could maybe hang out some more if you want to, but angel number 454. I will tell you first off the bat that Nene's energy was all about right here, mommy, right here. Right here, be here now. This precious little girl, she would, and when I say again little girl, I mean kitty girl, right? She had what I called their love blankie, where they would make kitty biscuits, and she would rub her chin on it and drool, and she's just making them going it down, making them kitty biscuits and drooling. And if her mama here was in a state of, you know, hectic fever, for lack of a better term, right? All worked up, all wound up. This cat, this kitten, would literally make sure she had my eyes on hers, and she would stand up and put one paw on my shoulder, and have this look in her eyes like, okay, mommy, come with me. Come with me, mommy. And then she would go to lay down and make sure that I was coming with her, to kind of be with her. And if I didn't, and I sat back up, she did it again. The exact same thing. She would be like, no, come on. All right, so Nene is very much about being here now, in the present moment, because first and foremost, goddesses, in the present moment is the only space, place, and time that you can find and connect with your power. Right here, right now. And so Nene is telling you that. My Nea Monet, she's saying, be right here. Be right here, right now. And Goddess Jasmine, oh, hello, Goddess Flower, Princess Tarot. It's a pleasure. Goddess Jasmine says, 454, life lessons through experience. Good girl, such sweet girl kitty. She was so aware. They all were. I grew up on a farm. I've been knowing kitties and animals since literally I came out the womb. And that's 4.5 decades, okay? And I never in my life had a litter of kittens like these 4. They were not just cats. All right, before I get emotional here, 454, Nea Monet tells us, come into the present moment, as we've already been saying that. Embrace your destiny, just like Goddess Jasmine, right? Your truth. What is your truth? Embrace that. What is your destiny? Embrace that, because nobody else is here to be you the way you're here to be you. Nobody else can fulfill the vision that you're here to fulfill. I say that for you and me too, because I've been sitting on it instead of sitting here in front of the camera with all of y'all doing what I know I'm here to be doing, right? So she reminds you that you are safe, that there's nothing to fear here. You are safe. You are protected by the divine. Nothing and nobody can harm you. You are supported in your choices. Again, to reiterate, you are here to be you, to fulfill your soul's calling in this world, to shine your light uniquely in this world as nobody else can. Your vision was given to you for a reason, because it's only meant for you and only you can see it through. Well, a clarified plan is essential for optimal outcome. Now this plan, remember, this paying attention to what the ego wants to tell you. Oh, then I gotta sit down and because I'm guilty here. I am that person where I love my spreadsheets a little too much. And I like to sometimes my ego likes to get caught up in the space of wanting to map every last little step out, right? But you have to, just like cards earlier had said that we pulled for goddesses, flexible. That was Goddess Leanne's little stack there, right? You've got to be flexible. Okay, so you get the bullet points, goddess. You get the bullet points, right? So what is the plan, right? You have the outcome, and give yourself 3 to 5 steps. What are 3 to 5 steps or 3 to 5 things that you can be doing to move you toward the outcome that you desire, right? It's not about, like, I'm going to reiterate this, it's not about control. No. We've got to have and allow for plenty of room for surrender, right? All right. Be confident in yourself and your abilities. What else do we have to say to that? Right? You are fully supported. I'm going to say that again right there. You are supported in your choices. It's in the same angel number. You are supported in your choices. Again, to reiterate, be here now. Because right here, when you start to feel doubt, anxiety, fear, it's acknowledging for yourself in that moment. Remember, back it all the way up to the beginning of the video here. Awareness, becoming aware that, oh, I'm out of the present moment. If I'm experiencing any bit of fear, then I'm not truly here now in the present moment. I'm up here in my head. I'm over here about potential outcomes or potential not wanted outcomes, right? Or I'm over here in what the past was, right? I'm not present. I'm not here in this moment. All right. So awareness is so vital to, like we've already said, reclaiming your power right here in the moment so that you can then be more grounded and here in the moment and connecting with your power. Goddess Flower Princess Tarot says, does anyone know what angel numbers 3243 means on this journey? I saw it thinking about my DM. Well, we'll have to do some looking up. We might just break down and look up 3, 2, and 4, and because I've got those, and we can see what that gives us, shall we? All right, so to finish off, angel number 454 with my sweet, precious little Nea Monet. And I will, since I've brought them up, I will pull out some of their photos and videos, and I will share something I will link up all of my baby loves and their transition times of their angel numbers, and so that you all can share in the love and the joy and the gift and we get all emotional and the beautiful, wonderful journey that it was with them. And they're still here. That's how this works. They've just changed forms. They're just not physical anymore, okay? And I promise you, all my baby loves would be more than happy to be supporting all of y'all on your journeys too, okay? So the very last one from Nene is number 454. A block or limiting belief is holding you back from full self-expression. Why are you so afraid to show up fully you? Ask yourself that. What am I so afraid of is going to happen if I just show up as me? And then once you have that down and you see that and you say, well, okay, well, what if that does happen? You have to play it through. Right? So you have to play through that fear. You have to confront it. But then you get to, in turn, after you do that and you process that, then and you're kind of in that state of like, oh my God, you go, but wait a minute though. What if the opposite happens? What if it's better than I could have imagined? So you gotta always make sure that you allow for yourself both the contrast and the clarity, because that's what this is. It's the contrast that's not really clear and true and, you know, in the light. Then you have the clarity that is clear and true and in the light. So allow that for yourself, okay? All right, so that was Manea Monet and her number 454. And she was so soft. She was the softest of them. She was, and her color, her pattern on her fur, it was, oh my gosh. I miss my baby loves. All right, so we are looking up because Goddess Flower Princess wants to know. Ooh, she says, I needed this live today because I just entered surrender a week ago. Woo, woo, good job, Goddess. Yes, you are so welcome. I love that. I love that because that is truly by far one of our, I feel, one of the most challenging things is to let go. Right. Right? It's the most challenging thing because we have been so programmed to hold on so tightly and control our experience, our lives, without realizing that the only thing or things, overall that you really can have control over and need to have control over is you. It's all you. Whether it's your mind, your feelings, your state of being. You got lots to be having control over that you don't need all the other stuffs, right? So be constantly in that state of awareness to keep yourself practicing the pivot, pivot, right? All right, let me see. Oh, that's a bummer. It takes away my music when I turn this up. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so we are going to look up. You had said 3. Oh, we want numbers 3, 2, 4, and 3. And what we're going to do, because that's how we know. So you have for sure, we have 2. She's got 2 3s that she's asking for. So those, and they're at either end of it, right? So those are like your bookends, so to speak, especially when you have the same number at the beginning and the end. So that number is obviously going to be the most powerful, the most amplified in terms of its presence there. And then we have 2 and 4 in the middle. So let us look up number 3, because that is our bookend number, shall we say. Number 3, angel number 3. Ooh. Are you finding it a little challenging for communication? Are you having a challenge communicating your or expressing your thoughts, your feelings, your perspective? Maybe you are feeling you're coming up, you're butting up a lot against individuals that are misconstruing or misinterpreting what you are having challenge getting out, right? You're working to say, but you keep being misunderstood, right? You keep having what you're saying be misinterpreted, which makes it that much more challenging, right? For you to be clear, for you to feel as though you're being heard, let alone seen. Right? All right. And that makes it that much more compounding for you to express yourself. You need to listen to that song. Madonna, Immaculate Collection, like the best ever. She put out that CD, so that's, you got a song. You need to listen to that later. All right. Goddess Flower Princess. All right. So this is, and I'm hearing this too, use mirror work. Use mirror work to, I know it's a great song, isn't it? Use mirror work to express yourself. You got to express yourself. Hey. Okay, so use that. In fact, I'm already seeing put the song on. The moment you're ready to get in front of the mirror, and obviously do it when you're not in front of the mirror too, but when you go to do the mirror work, I'm hearing that you put that song on for you, and you do that in the mirror first, so that you are telling you, express yourself, okay? So that's your intention. You're going to go into this mirror work with. You're going to go in with this intention of expressing yourself, all right? What you focus on is what expands. So cultivate a gratitude attitude, because that's what grows our blessings, right? We know that what you focus on is what expands. What you feed is what grows. That's just how it is. You know, like Rhonda Byrne says, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So what would you like more of? So for the perchance, again, you're feeling frustrated, flustered with certain things, certain aspects of this communication challenges. Focus on, focus on other areas of your life where you can easily express yourself, and amplify that space, that context of self-expression and communication for yourself. Amplify that by expressing gratitude for it. Like literally acknowledge, there's another assignment, right? There's a list for you. Make a list of all of the times, the spaces, places, interactions, experiences that you have had where you have felt empowered in your communication and your self-expression. So feed that so that it can expand for you, and then therefore become more easeful. Like I've said, I'm not someone to tell you something's easy when I don't sugarcoat shit around here. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I am not also, that's what you'll find here on the Healing Twin Flames world. I am not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I am here to tell you what you need to hear so you can reclaim your power and break the fuck out of whatever trap you got yourself stuck in, right? Because the only ones that keep ourselves stuck in whatever traps we're in, it's all on us, right? So it's all you, boo, all right? So number 3 is also about adventure, inspiration, and creativity, right? So if you are, again, as you're having challenges, with your self-expression, utilize, like we've already talked about on this video, utilize the power of the pivot and focus into creativity as an avenue or an outlet for you to fuel your self-expression, right? So allow yourself to express yourself creatively in whatever way that works for you. And that is also going to help nurture your confidence, your strength, and your ability to communicate and express yourself out in the world with others. This is an awesome video, y'all. I'm loving this so much. Okay. Next, we have humor, joy, optimism, spontaneity, enthusiasm. So get fucking excited is what they're saying here. Like if you think about it, if you are not letting yourself be excited, what are you doing? You are shrinking yourself. You are the one that is not allowing yourself to be expressed. You have to be the one to allow yourself to express and to be expressed. All right? So there you go. Get excited. Be excited. Find something, anything, I don't care what thing or things to be excited about, and get excited. Whoop, 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 whoop. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Because number 3 is an ascended master's number. You are already in the master's program. I'm going to say that again. If you are here, if you are seeing this video live, replay, recording, playing again on YouTube, you're in the master's program. That's why it feels hard, because And I don't use the word hard normally. Normally we use the word challenging because why? It's an opportunity for growth. And that's why you're here. You're here to grow, expand. I say learn, grow, expand, and ascend. That's what you're here to do. And since you're in the master's program, that's why this shit feels really intense. Because use a pro, goddess. Use a pro. You got this. You got this. And last but not least, number 3 says, follow your life path and soul mission with optimism and enthusiasm. So to reiterate, get excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. All right, there's another song for you. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Let's get excited. And you know, we gonna play that song at the goddess party. You better believe that. And so for those of you who may not have been around the first time I made that announcement, I've got an awesome, because it's self-love month in my world over here at Self-Love Empowerment Land. We are having a couples week where we have a couple of goddess parties, online goddess parties, where we jump on Zoom, you, me, and a handful of other goddesses, and we share in each other's music. We go around the room, we dance, we sing together, we do a card reading or two. Like I said, we have so much fun. I do giveaways. You can sign up or you can ask for the link and I will definitely send it to you. You just send me a DM as well. I will get that link to you. But if you got a pen and paper, can remember it's iamempowered.as.me/goddess parties. But you don't need the /goddess parties. If you scroll down, if you go to iamempowered.as.me and you scroll down, there you will see the group experiences as well. All right, so goddess parties coming up the end of this month, 2/20 and 2/22. I mean, what else were we gonna do? But on 2/20 and 2/22, hello. All right, so be sure you claim your ticket. You buy a ticket for one party, you get both, and that's how it works. It's only $717. If y'all are on my Healing Twin Flames, you know that number, 717. That's our little ticket price. Inexpensive. I can't even get a chai at some freaking coffee shops for $7 anymore. The last one I got at one spot was almost $10 with my tip. I'm like, no. Anyway, hocus pocus focus. That's what we do. So that was angel number 3. I wonder what, okay, that's charging. I don't know what oh, that one's a little low. Oh, that one zoomed in. Let me see. Let me put this one on here again. Okay. Oh yeah, because that one's really woof. Okay, next, let's hop to. Woo. All right, and so we had numbers 2 and 4. So number 2, which, OMG, just gonna say 333, really amplifying itself because my file size, which I don't think you might be able to see 333. I don't know if it's gonna show, but it's 333.2 kilobytes is the file size of angel number 2. So that's where we go, because it went 3243, right? That was your number. Woo, goddess. So not only is the number 2 in this particular, what we've got is affirming that ascended master's level for you. It's affirming that all of this is happening for you. All of this is so you can grow stronger. All of this is so you can ascend to your next level and your next level in your journey and your experience, right? So number 2, balance and harmony. That's you. You have to cultivate that. That's what you're being called to be cultivating for yourself. And that's what this twin flame journey is, right? It's internal. It is not about someone outside of yourself. It really is about you. And what happens, because I used to be that person where I would do all of this for him, for me to be with him. And it did not work out that way. In fact, that's a way of a sabotage that we do, where we're subconsciously doing it to be with them, which means we're not really doing the work. We're doing it to be with them. We're not doing it so that I heal myself, so that I can be in union and in my power with myself, because that's the only way you're going to ever truly have that. But you have to, as you're learning, goddess, right? You have to surrender. You have to detach. You have to let go of that, right? So it's all about you, boo. Adaptability and diplomacy, right? Being adaptable, being willing to acknowledge that, all right, there's a way of being here. There's a way of acknowledging that, okay, this is how it is. It's happening for me. And I'm going to be the one that's going to recognize the powers in me to choose how I respond to whatever it is. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to have a meltdown and a breakdown once in a while, because that's you having a tower moment. Let that be okay. Okay? I'm trying to get through this so that, because my devices are, All right. Service and duty. So you're here to be in service of the world. What is your calling? That's what number 2 is telling us. Being in receptive mode. Yoo-hoo! Are you aligned with what you're calling in? It's all inside. Patience. Patience, says number 2. Number 2 also talks about intuition, insight, courage, faith, and trust. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Just throw your hands up and let's all say it together. I trust, I surrender, I say yes, universe. Whatever you're leading me, whatever you got to show me, however you're going to bring it to me, I trust, I surrender, I say fuck yes. Right? So you do that, boom. Cooperation and consideration. And this, everything always begins with you. And so this means being cooperative with yourself, right? Don't be working against yourself. Okay? It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve anybody to do that. All right? So have consideration for yourself first, which in turn allows for greater consideration for others. Okay? And then last but not least, number 2 speaks of partnerships and relationships, which, again, to reiterate, begins with the partnership and relationship that you have with yourself. That relationship you have with yourself is going to be mirrored in every relationship, not just a twin flame. This is part of that twin flame trap, is that we think that's our only mirror. Oh, no, no, no. No. The whole world is your mirror. All of it. In one way, shape, or form. It's either showing you the good in you, what you want to keep, what you need to, what you want to feed and expand, but it's also going to be showing you the traumas, the triggers, the things in you that you need to heal, right? We know this. Yes, yes, I love this. I love it. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. You goddesses are fucking amazing. I love y'all. You are so awesome. All right, let's get to number 4. Number 4, which is also, again, being that the brat pack, there was a foursome, obviously, Cleo, Theo, Naya, and RJ. That's a big number in my world, of course. And they represent the 4 elements, right? And as well as the 4 directions. So it's recognizing the pillars. That's your number 4. It's the air, fire, water, and earth, all things coexisting, right? Together. The 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, guiding you in all the spaces and places you're being called into and through in this realm in your journey. Okay? Number 4 speaks of dignity, and we have trust again, goddesses, because it's so huge. The ego is, as we know, it's the antithesis to trust, right? It's like, no, I want to control it all. And that just fucks it all up, don't it? All right. But trust and trustworthiness, right? Learning to not only trust in the universe and in your journey, but to trust in yourself, to acknowledge that you are trustworthy. that you can be trusted to be there for you. You can be trusted to come through for you, right? Don't anybody go for whatever that link in bio iPhone giveaway. Disregard that. We know better, right? We know better. Discernment. That's real easy to spot, please. No. Okay, moving on. Loyalty, honesty, integrity, right? Being truly honest with yourself. Because you remember, we've already had this conversation about awareness. You cannot change that which you are unaware. So you've got to be able to be honest with yourself. Okay? And you're not going to be able to fully trust yourself if you can't be honest with yourself. They go hand in hand, right? Trust, honesty. Okay. Then we have, again, reiteration of service and patience. So we're having reiterations, confirmation. And I will post all of these angels numbers for us in the next day or two so that you have it. And you can easily reference, save them and what have you. Service, patience, devotion, patriotism, but a devotion to your service, to your soul calling. Remember, we've already reiterated in this I almost said session because of coaching, right? But we've already reiterated, in this live here that, you've got to be patient with yourself. You are here to fulfill your soul's calling that nobody else can do but you. Okay? And then we have practicality and organization, just like previously with 454 it was, right? Where it's having a clarified plan. So get organized. If you feel like there's certain areas of your life that is in a bit of chaos, you're being called to get some shit in order, because if you have chaos in your outside world, holy wow, you can be sure you got chaos in your inside world. Okay? Because your outside world is a reflection of your inside world. All right? So with that, we have security, self-control, stability, discipline, system and order, solid foundations. Again, all of this is pointing to organization, creating for yourself the kind of structure that you require so that you can maintain and sustain the momentum, the journey to get you to where you want to get to. And last but not least, work harmoniously yet diligently to achieve your goals and desired results. And here the very last sentence again, create a clarified plan. To reiterate, remember, it doesn't mean that you need to know every detail. Make a bullet point. Remember back in school? I mean, I do. I loved doing things like this. You create an outline for your report. I am definitely the nerd. I am a dork. I am a proud dork and I love it. One of my best friends calls me that and I'm like, I love that word. I really love the word dork. So I am that, right? So you're creating for yourself an outline. All right. That is truly, that still qualifies as a clarified plan. When you have some kind of checklist, I'm all about my checklists, my spreadsheets, I'm all about that, right? Because especially in this day and age, we are so bombarded with so much that to be able to pick up a piece of paper and hocus pocus, focus in on that right there and go, okay, this check. This check, this check. And then before you know it, you're all checked off and you're like, woo! I did it! Pat on the back, pat on the back. Yeah, yeah. Who's the shit? Me. I'm the shit. Me. What? Me. Right? So then you get excited, right? You see how all of this is interconnected? Then you get excited that you completed your checklist that's moving you closer towards your goals, towards your outcome, and oh my goodness, you're just in such great alignment with what you're asking for that it just has to flow in, right? That's how it is. So again, allow for yourself the clarity that you require to get you moving along on your goal now, or moving towards your goal. Now, before I sign off, because I'm gonna have to, let me go ahead and sign off of Instagram. And yeah, peace out, Instagram. You can come find the rest of this on YouTube because we're full. Yeah, and there's nobody else on there. Okay, so let me close that one right quick. And then I can take my charge and plug it up here on my TikTok one. Okay. Okay, so with that, if you are someone who is so in the eye of your storm that you just cannot see the forest for the trees right now because there's tornado winds blowing everywhere, I am here for you to help calm those storms, to ease the wind. I am an air sign. I can control the wind. Okay, we'll calm that bitch down so we can find that clarity for you and get you unstuck and moving along, right? And towards your goals, right? With clarity and, yes, an outline, a checklist, whatever it is you need to walk away empowered from a session with me. I do definitely offer one-on-one sessions, which is also at my booking site of iamempowered.as.me. There are a couple of different sessions that I do. If you're not sure which one is for you, do the main one. It's a coaching, it's an overall self-love empowerment clarity coaching session wherein if we need cards, yes, we'll use them. If it's strictly just coaching and breaking this down for you, that's what we'll do. Whatever you require, that's what that session will offer for you. But if you know specifically you want a certain card spread, you're reaching out to me for, you want to book a specific kind of session, those are on there too. I have 6 or 7 different sessions that I love to do and offer one-on-one. But biggest thing is coming up, make sure you come to the goddess parties, because I don't know when I'm going to do a 2-for-1 kind of thing for couples month, because it's self-love couples month. So we had a couple of goddess parties on 2/20 and 2/22. You book your ticket for the 2/21, the 2/20 dance party, goddess party, and you automatically are included in the goddess party for the 22nd. And that's how it's set up. So it's a Thursday and a Saturday. So with that, let me get through in here on the comments, because I know we've had a few. Trust yourself. Yes, yes, yes. How do you get over the ones you loved? Well, I would say that it's not so much getting over that. I know that we have had spells cast upon us throughout history, and you don't necessarily get over. Rather, you learn how to continue. They're still with you. In whatever way, shape, or form, there is a part of you with them and a part of them with you. And if you can allow yourself a Pegasus perspective of power in that circumstance and say, wow, I am better and stronger and wiser because of this experience, then you can take that with you. If you can allow yourself to view your circumstance, your experience with whomever that was, as something that was a positive for you, that's going to be fuel to move you forward toward your next stage and phase in life, right? You are so welcome, Goddess Flower Princess. I appreciate you. She says, my DM and I are no contact, and I was thinking I should reach out, but he's still in his ego. Oh yeah, don't. I remember all of those days. Just don't. Write yourself a little note, Goddess. Just don't. Just 2 words. Just don't. Okay? All right? Whenever you are feeling like you want to reach out to him, I promise you, it's because you are calling out to you. Yeah, you are calling out for you, to you. You are so welcome, Goddess Flower Princess, for the reassurance. Signing up for Goddess Party. Woot woot! Love it, Goddess Jasmine. Love says, I love you even if you are not with me physically. Oh, I love that. That is so true. That is true. Unconditional love right there is that no matter where they are, in your life or not, in this world or not, that you can still love them wholly, completely, and unconditionally without them having to be with you, near you, by you in this world. Right? Oh, I love that. I love that. What? Alrighty, with that, oh my goodness, you guys have made this night an absolute super Saturday. I am just so grateful for all of you. We are totally going to be doing this again. I have soul family dinner tomorrow evening that I will be going to, but I'm not sure what time I'll be home. Or maybe, yeah. Let's do this for sure Monday night. For sure Monday night. Let's be on for sure. Tomorrow, it's kind of a crazy day. Like I said, I have plans with my soul family out. We go do bonfire and have a, like I say, Sunday dinner with the fam. And yeah, but Monday, how about we all meet back here? Monday, same station, same channel, about the same time. I think it was about 6, 7-ish that we jumped on. Oh yeah, it would have been about 6:30 because I am at 8:30 on here, and I know I've done almost 2 hours of video recording on that puppy. So with that, I appreciate you all so much from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and of course, for those of you who are catching the replay on YouTube as well. And like I said, for those of you who are on TikTok, since TikTok does not store our lives, if you would like to revisit any of your cards that I've pulled for you tonight, I did make sure, as I've said, to record it. That's what this mic is attached to. So my YouTube video is going to have the best quality audio for us, since it's the replay that we're going to be keeping for sure. All right, so you will be able to check that out. My YouTube channel is Empowerment Experiences. That is the main umbrella of my realm, because we get to decide whether we view our life journey as a collection of disempowerment experiences or empowerment experiences. It's all up to us and how we see things, right? So with that, thank you again. Yes, thank you, Goddess Jasmine. Thank you, Goddess Flower Princess. And with that, thank you for whoever's still online. I think is that Carol, Goddess Carol. Hello, Goddess Carol. I'm so grateful that you stayed on and hung out. I see Pam popped on for a minute. I was just on one, going. So with that, I will see you all back here Monday evening. Same time, maybe a little earlier because I was a little slow. My Sabotage was really working on not doing this, but OMG, I'm so happy that we made it. So with that, I love you guys. I truly do. You made this Super Saturday absolutely supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of super. Like it's that super. All right. Go create amazing. And just like I am here to remind you, this is a massive chunk of my soul calling, is to remind you that whatever you desire, whatever challenge before you, whatever you are working toward, striving toward, moving toward, the power to achieve that, the power to reach those goals and beyond, that power's in your hands, Goddess. Because I promise you, that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.